What is going on, everyone? My name is Jason, and these are the AirPods Pro versus the Galaxy Buds Plus. Okay, just by the title of this video, I'm probably gonna eat a lot in the comments. But let me explain, and let me start with this. Personally, in my opinion, the AirPods Pro and the Galaxy Buds Plus aren't exactly one-to-one devices, and I do feel a bit weird comparing the two. So if that's the case, you're likely asking yourself, Jason, why even make this video? And the reason for it is because every time I talk about the AirPods Pro and how much I love them, it's only a matter of time before I eventually run into somebody that says, yeah, how about them Galaxy Buds though?
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
And look, an important disclaimer here is me coming out early and making it extra clear that I like the Galaxy Buds Plus. They're solid headphones, especially in the truly wireless space, and they're a compelling buy considering that they are cheaper. So don't get it twisted, this isn't me trying to do a hit job on the Galaxy Buds or try and say that they're terrible. But to me, it's pretty clear that the AirPods Pro are in a different league when it comes to truly wireless headphones, and I want to talk about the 3 reasons why. Now, before we get into the review, if you're into checking out the latest consumer tech products before you buy them, or if you're just a tech head like me, I make a video like this every single week, so make sure to hit that thumbs up button, and don't forget to subscribe so you can be the first to know when a new JSL review is out and you don't miss anything. And quick question for you guys, before I get into all this, which one do you guys think is better? The AirPods Pro or the Galaxy Buds Plus? Curious to get your thoughts, let me know what you guys are thinking in the comments down below. Okay, so the first and primary reason why the AirPods Pro destroy the Galaxy Buds Plus is because these guys have active noise cancellation. Remember I said at the beginning of the video that comparing these two didn't make a lot of sense? And I do feel a bit weird comparing the two. It's because of the active noise cancellation. This is such a unique and defining feature of these headphones. It makes it really hard to compare them with a pair that doesn't have active noise cancellation because it'll just seem like a glaring omission. And look, to their credit, the Galaxy Buds Plus do have great passive noise cancellation. They create a pretty tight seal around the ear canal, which does a good job of blocking out outside noise and isolating the sound. But active noise cancellation is a totally different thing that requires way more technology in order for it to be pulled off. To oversimplify, headphones with active noise cancelling have microphones outside the drivers that take in ambient noise, and the drivers inside actually output the complementing inverse sound wave to actively cancel it out. So right off the bat, the AirPods Pro are exponentially more complex, as it's not just a silicone rubber ear tip that's blocking out the sound physically, and at the end of the day, they're significantly more sophisticated than the Galaxy Buds Plus. Now, it'd be one thing if the active noise cancelling was there, but it really wasn't that effective, and trust me, I've tried my fair share of headphones that claim to have ANC that really did nothing, but man, Apple really nailed it out of the park on this one. As soon as you put them on, you get a nice little chime, the ANC activates, and it feels as though you're almost taken to a completely different environment. It captures and removes a lot more ambient noise than I thought it'd be able to do, and you don't get any hissing, and you don't get that airplane pressure feeling in the ear like some of the other budget ANC headphones have. And my god, if you commute on like a train, a bus, or if you fly often, these are gonna be like the best things ever for you. So don't be fooled into thinking that this is some sort of gimmick or marketing play that Apple uses. The active noise cancelling on the AirPods Pro are no joke, they work extremely well and make a night and day difference in terms of overall user experience when compared to the Galaxy Buds Plus. Okay, so the second reason why the AirPods Pro destroy the Galaxy Buds Plus is the overall design and functionality. Now, from a design perspective, they both do a really good job of being compact and pocketable, which is important, but when you compare both of the cases closely, the case for the AirPods is the superior design. Though both made out of plastic, you'll notice that the build quality on the AirPods Pro is noticeably better. The Galaxy Buds use a really thin, hollow plastic lining for the inside of the case, which looks and feels pretty cheap, and it takes away from the overall premium vibe of the device itself. The AirPods case, on the other hand, is way more robust. There's no soft or hollow plastic parts to be found anywhere, and it feels way more substantial in the hand, especially when you're opening and closing the case. Knowing Apple, I wouldn't be surprised if there was an entire team of engineers just to make sure that you can open up the case with one finger and get that satisfying when you close it. It can sound insignificant, but the design of the case is a big factor on why the AirPods have become so successful, and though the Galaxy Buds Plus do a good job to try and replicate the finesse around accessibility, it unfortunately falls short. Opening them up with one hand is really cumbersome and not recommended, as there's no springback functionality on the hinge. It's really just a numb folding back of the latch, and the shutting clack on the case is just not as satisfying. Now, it's a similar story when it comes to the functionality of these two devices. Though Samsung does get closer than most when it comes to the ease of pairing their headphones, it's not as refined and fast as the experience of pairing the AirPods Pro. When it comes to actual fit in the ear, I'm looking in the sense that they both fit fine and I don't have any inherent seal issues. They're both really comfortable in the ear, but the AirPods Pro are easier to put on and take off because of the stems. When it comes to controls, I will say that the touch capacitive controls on the Galaxy Buds are easier to use than the stem controls in the AirPods. The issue I have here is when you try and adjust the fit of the Galaxy Buds, you will for sure end up pressing a ton of commands, which can be annoying depending on how strong of a fit you have. And one of the biggest drawbacks for the Galaxy Buds is that you can't turn on transparency mode unless you physically take out your phone, open up an app, and toggle it with your hand. This sucks because you usually want to be able to quickly either turn the ambient noise on or off, and though the controls may be more cumbersome overall on the AirPods, it just takes a long press on the stem to turn on its transparency mode, and for this particular feature, it's way more convenient. Again, I know that a lot of these components can seem pretty minor in the grand scheme of things, but oftentimes it's the collection of these minor details that make up a bulk of the user experience, and Apple is usually the king of the minor details, and it's definitely apparent with the AirPods Pro. Okay, last, let's talk about sound quality. Okay, I'm gonna be straight up, after testing these back and forth, I don't have a clear winner in this category. First of all, I'm not an audiophile or an audio expert, but I will say that I've tested out probably more headphones than the average Joe, considering the space that I occupy here on YouTube. That being said, I'm gonna start by saying that the AirPods Pro have a better calibrated sound profile than the Galaxy Buds Plus. It's clear that Apple was really intentional about providing a clean, well-balanced sound, with a particular emphasis on the mids. So if you're all about that wider sound stage, or if you listen to a lot of vocals or a lot of podcasts, you're likely gonna prefer the AirPods Pro. Plus, the active noise canceling plays a role in making the sound feel a lot more immersive, and Apple's done a really good job of maintaining the fidelity of the sound profile when this feature's turned on, which is not always the case with headphones that have ANC. Now, if you're into listening to more mainstream music, the Galaxy Buds Plus to me do sound slightly better. The sound feels a bit fuller, and I do like the fact that I can mess around with the equalizer that's available on the Galaxy Gear app. Ultimately, I found the instrumentals and the bass to be just a tad bit more vibrant and enjoyable. Now that being said, neither of these headphones are going to win any award for best sounding headphones anytime soon, and even though it could be argued that the Galaxy Buds edge out the AirPods here, I feel like this was supposed to be the one category where Samsung really nails it out of the park. Like they would crush it with the acoustics and the bass, and it would be enough for folks to be like, you know what, I don't need active noise canceling, these sound fire, I'm gonna go with these. But that's sadly not the case. The sound at best is just incrementally better, and when you factor in everything else, it all comes together to make it pretty clear, at least to me, that the AirPods Pro are far and away the better overall package than the Galaxy Buds Plus. Now I get it, some of you already have your hatchets out and you're just waiting to go for my throat, so let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think that I make some valid points here, or do you think that I'm completely off base in my Apple fanboy wonderland? Let me know what you guys are thinking in the comments down below. Okay, that's about it for this review. Don't forget to leave me a thumbs up if you guys found it useful. It really helps me out. If you guys have any questions about the AirPods Pro or the Galaxy Buds Plus, leave them down in the comments and I'll be sure to get to you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.